Hello everybody, this is Charles and I'm back in another review, this time for Bandai's Metal Build Flight Unit Option Set. Alright, so this is a Flight Unit Option Set. This is a box art, really nice box art. And at the back we see here how the Flight Unit set goes with the red frame. And this is how the red frame poses like, holding on to the Flight Unit, and this is how you can put it on the stand. Okay? And this is the stand itself. So before I start the review proper, let me just go just share some insights I got from reliable sources, from people who deal with Bandai. The flight option set is actually produced in a ratio of 1:3 red frame. So for every 3 Gundam Astray red frame that's produced, they only produce 1 flight unit option set. The reason being that Bandai felt that the red frame is actually more popular than the flight units, which is why they made less of it, because they weren't really confident that the pre-orders would come. And they didn't put the flight unit together with the Gundam as one set because they wanted to give consumers the option of just buying the Gundam, and that also make the price point more attractive. So however, this has caused a mad rush for the flight pack. And now the flight pack is really expensive. It can cost as much as 250 Singapore dollars on eBay, which is the price of the red frame Gundam itself, which is pretty ridiculous. So for those of you who are not really hard up for the flight pack, the flight unit option set, I would recommend that you hold your horses, because I'm pretty sure that Bandai will reissue the flight option set. Maybe just reissue the flight option set because it's so short pack and everybody's looking for it. They might just reissue the flight unit option set without the red frame Gundam. Okay, the red frame Gundam is enough to go around. Granted, the price is slightly going up, but not as crazy as the flight unit that basically costs as much as the Gundam itself. So before I go into the review, let's just share the instructions. So the flight unit comes separately. You need to actually assemble it. So there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts. Okay, it comes in 8 separate parts for you to assemble. So once you assemble it, it will look something like this. Ta-da! Okay, so this is the flight pack, flight unit set. Okay, with the stand. I usually do not review with the stands, okay, but this is an exception because it's easier for me to review the flight unit with the stand. So over here, this is the flight unit. This is in the form, okay, this is how it would be when you combine it with the Astray red frame. So there are certain playability of this flight pack. I'm just going to call it a flight pack rather than call it a flight unit. Okay, flight unit. It's really interesting because you can actually shift this portion forward, okay, and then you can extend this bottom part, okay, push it, extend it, okay, and you also extend this portion over here. Yes, just extend it outwards. Okay, just pull it. Okay, so you can actually extend it 2 ways. See, so the flight unit. Okay, so I believe when the flight unit is flying over to the red frame, its flight mode is probably this way, and you push forward 2 notches. Okay, so this is 1 notch. This is 1 notch. And this is okay. Okay, pull it forward completely. So this is how the flight looks like. Okay, in flight mode. Before it combines with before it forms the jetpack for the red frame. So it's really cool. Okay, there's a lot of playability to this, which I didn't realize. Okay, so for example, you can actually move this. Okay, you can rotate this. You can move this to this extent. Okay, there's only 2 joints, so it's actually 1 joint over here and 1 joint over here. So you can actually move it here. Okay, or you can actually move it here. So this is how it will actually look like. Okay, and you can also rotate it on the sides as well. So this for this portion. So for these wings, okay, the wings you can actually collapse them sideways. You can also rotate them downwards. So it's like a non-flight mode. You can actually keep the wings this way, or you can also rotate the wings over here. Okay, so quite a lot of articulation, quite a lot of posability for the wings. And for the lower part, okay, you can actually rotate this slightly. You can actually move this freely. And also there's 2 points of articulation over here. So this is when I totally move it this way, and this is how you keep it. So it's really cool. And over here there's a handle that you actually pull out. So you pull out this handle. It's for a red frame to hold on to it in the pose that we saw in the box earlier on. You can hold on to it this way. Okay. So the flight pack also comes with this feature. You can actually open this up. Okay. And open this panel. Okay, so over here you will store the gun. So the instructions actually says there are two packs over here. So the pack at this hole at the back is for the shield, and this hole at the back is for the gun. So for the gun over here, you just need to get this portion out. Just put the gun over here. Oops. Okay. Let's put the gun over here. Just pack it in. Okay, and there you have it. Okay, you actually close this tab with this cover you want to, but I'll just leave it open. So okay, the gun, you can actually put it over here. So the flight pack carries the gun, and the flight pack also carries the shield. The shield is meant to be placed in the front hole over here, and just pack it in. Okay, just get the alignment correct. Okay. Okay, so this is how the flight pack looks. So, ta-da! So a flight pack with the shield. Okay. And the flight pack with the gun. Okay, so this is how the flight pack flies to a red frame and slots in. Okay. So over here now I shall get the flight pack out over here from the stand. Let's remove the stand. So in order for you to for the flight pack to combine with the red frame, okay, let me just take the shield portion out first. Okay, so you can see how it works. So over here, what you do, you actually collapse this portion. Okay, collapse both sides. So actually there's two. So actually collapse it over here, one. Okay, and then you collapse it again the other side. Okay, and then you shift with this and pull backwards. Okay, then okay, I can actually put the shoe back right now. Okay, so next what you want to do for the red frame, let's get the red frame ready. Okay, you want to lift the head up, lift this red portion up. Okay, unpack this from the back, and you shift and rotate this downwards so it aligns. Okay, so it aligns over here. Okay, you keep this portion upwards. Now all you need to do, slot this into the hole inside here. Packs in really nicely and tightly. Okay. Okay, let's get the correct catch. Okay, you can hear a click sound. Then you press this portion down, just lock it in place. And you can see my fin has flew out again. I'm gonna pack it back in. Okay, and here we have the red frame with the flight unit. So okay, it looks a little bit bulky with the shield. Oh gosh, this just keeps popping out. So irritating. Okay, let's pop it back in again. Fin, yeah. So over here you can see that the red frame is a little bottom heavy, back heavy, sorry, because of the frame. Oh, okay, let me just go off camera a little bit just to fit this fin in, because it's really irritating. It keeps falling off. Okay, let me just get it over here. Okay. Okay, stay there. Okay, so the red frame, as you can see, it's a little bit back heavy. Okay, but mainly because of the shield. So if you were to take out the shield, right, it's not so back heavy. So let me just, for the sake of review, take out the gun and take out the shield first. So if we take out these two items, okay, the shield is a little bit tight. Okay, So if you were to take out the shield and the gun, it's not so back heavy anymore. So it can actually stand slightly better, even though you can see it's still trying to tilt backwards. Quite irritating. Okay, it wasn't like this when I was playing with the figure just now. So maybe this is why you need the stand. Okay, so the flight pack, yes, does indeed make him a little back heavy, and it might have a problem making him stand. So you just maybe you need to just tilt the toes forward a little bit. Yeah, so you can see the red frame. I have to tilt him relatively forward, so make sure he stays in place without tilting backwards, without falling backwards. But you know what? He looks really amazing. He looks really nice with this backpack. So awesome and so cool. Okay, so how can the red frame be complete without his backpack? Right. Yeah, it's really cool. Just that the balancing issue is really irritating. So let me just do a quick comparison of the red frame with the gold frame. So this is a side-by-side comparison of the two. Really, really nice. I love this. Personally, I feel that the gold frame is nicer than the red frame all overall. Okay, in terms of design, whatever. I just feel that the gold frame is a very underrated piece, which I do not understand why. I mean, the price of the gold frame is really, really affordable. It doesn't go up a lot. So if you guys are really considering getting the gold frame, you should get it, because I can tell you that in my personal opinion, I think the gold frame is it's better than the red frame. I think in terms of design and everything, because the red frame is just very, very simple, but the gold frame has a lot of complex design in it, and that's why I think the gold frame is much better. The only reason why the red frame is more unique and I think appeals more is because it's a main character, and plus the jetpack is really, really awesome, you know. But you look at the bulk of it, you can see that the gold frame is taller than the red frame simply because of the toes. So the toes, okay, the feet, okay, sorry, the feet are higher than the feet for the red frame, which is why the gold frame is taller. So if they are the same height, actually the red frame looks higher, looks taller. So let me just bring the gold frame out of the video for now. So this is the red frame. Okay, it comes with a stand. Very nice for you to combine the stand, but I'm not going to show the stand over here. But as the toy itself, I think it looks fabulous. It looks really, really fabulous. And if you were to put the shield together and the gun together, it looks really, really awesome. The jetpack, you know, initially we thought the jetpack is nothing more than just, you know, just a normal flight pack on its own, but apparently there's a lot of articulation added to the jetpack, which makes it very unique and very worth it. And oh yes, I forgot to showcase something. Yes, I got to pull the jetpack out right now. There's a feature that I forgot to show for the jetpack. So forgetful of me. Okay, here's the red frame. So for the jetpack, there's another feature, is that you can see over here at the you can actually open the covers over here, the vent over here. So another nice thing about the jetpack is that it's so detailed, you know. So you can open the vents here, the air vents over here on both sides. Let me just close it for this, so you can see that the air vents over here are open. It's black color, you can't really tell, but it's a very nice, it's a cool feature to have, you know. It's a cool, nice feature that they Bandai actually added in for the flight pack, just to make sure it's just not a simple piece of plastic. So there is a lot of effort put into it to show it's like a masterpiece level type of product. So kudos to Bandai for that, for making such an awesome jetpack, and not kudos to you for making it so limited, you know, and the price is so crazy right now. So Bandai, you know what to do. I think it's time for you to make a quick announcement to reissue the flight pack, okay, so that those of us who actually, those are collectors who only have the red frame but do not have the jetpack, do not have to pay insane prices to get the jetpack. So yes, red frame wouldn't be complete without its jetpack, okay. Only thing is jetpack is really bottom heavy. You know, it makes him really, really back heavy, and that might be a little irritating when it comes to posing an item. And for those of you who, at least for those of you who do not want to use a stand or do not have the space to use a stand, it might be a little irritating. But I think with a little bit of adjustment of the pose to handle the center of gravity, it should be fine. It should be fine. You should be able to pose it quite decently without it being too back heavy. So here's Charles signing off with yet another toy review. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Do stay tuned to my channel for more reviews next time. with Bandai. The flight option set is actually produced in a ratio of 1:3 rate frame. So for every 3 Gundam Astray rate frame that's produced, they only produce 1 flight unit option set. The reason being that Bandai felt that the rate frame is actually more popular than the flight units, which is why they made less of it, because they weren't really confident that the pre-orders would come. And they didn't put the flight unit together with the Gundam as one set, that Bandai will reissue the flight option set. Maybe just reissue the flight option set because it's so short pack and everybody's looking for it. They might just reissue the flight unit option set without the rate frame Gundam. Okay, the rate frame Gundam is enough to go around. Granted, the price is slightly going up, but not as crazy as the flight unit that basically costs as much as the Gundam itself. So before I go into review, let's just share the instructions. So the flight unit comes separately. You need to actually assemble it. So there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts. Okay, it comes in 8 separate parts for you to assemble. So once you assemble it, it will look something like this. Ta-da! Okay, so this is the flight unit set. Okay, with the stand. I usually do not review with the stands, okay, but this is an exception because it's easier for me to review the flight unit with the stand. So over here, this is a flight unit. This is in the form, okay, this is how it would be when you because they wanted to give consumers the option of just buying the Gundam, and that also make the price point more attractive. So however, this has caused a mad rush for the flight pack. And now the flight pack is really expensive. It can cost as much as 250 Singapore dollars on eBay, which is the price of the rate frame Gundam itself, which is pretty ridiculous. So for those of you who are not really hard up for the flight pack, the flight unit option set, I would recommend that you hold your horses, because I'm pretty sure. Hello everybody, this is Charles and I'm back in another review, this time for Bandai's Metal Build Flight Unit Option Set. Alright, so this is a Flight Unit Option Set. This is a box art, really nice box art. And at the back we see here how the Flight Unit set goes with the rate frame. And this is how the rate frame poses like, holding on to the Flight Unit, and this is how you can put it on the stand. Okay? And this is the stand itself. So before I start the review proper, let me just go just share some insights I got from reliable sources, from people who deal